So in order to show you what kind of things you need to do for the analysis part, I'm going to choose an easy data set. So I'm going to choose sharks. I think that's going to be okay. I'm going to use the dot plot because that's what basically everyone's doing. I'm going to use the length and the sex of the shark. So here I'm going to put summaries. I'm going to put the box plot, and I'm going to do a little bit of a cheat with informal confidence intervals and means. Okay, is this a valid investigation? Yes, because of the sample size, I can actually see that there is a difference between male and female because the variability bars don't overlap. So the graph title, what am I looking at? I'm looking at shark length. Okay, I'm going to update the graph. Now, these two here are annoying, so we could get rid of them. But in this case, I think we won't because it's just going to take too long. So I'm going to go snipping tool and new, and I'm going to grab that like so, and I'm going to go file, save as, and I'm going to save that as capture. Why? Because then I can actually go into Paint, and this is just a bit of a hack, a system hack. File, open, and I can find that capture, and now I can select here, and I'm going to get this. Whoa, is that going to be all right? I actually don't want all of that, right? So then I can move this here up like so. So now I've actually got a better graph. So with my snipping tool, new, I'm going to grab that. So that's a little bit of a hack. Right. So now we've got that. We are going to go back to this, and I'm going to pop it in there. So that is what I am talking about for the O.S.E.M. So O, what is obvious? So we're going to first talk about shape using O.S.E.M. So for shape, what is obvious? The female and male distributions look similar. That's obvious. O.S.E.M, the next thing is specify. The range or the shape of the distributions both look roughly similar, and they're both roughly bell-shaped. Okay, evidence. The standard deviation of the females is 22.9 and the standard deviation of the males is 22.7. This proves they have a similar spread of the data. Evidence. The mean of the females is 116 and the mean of the males is 120. The male's mean is greater than the females. So that would mean that the males do tend to have a slightly longer body than the females. So I've gone off topic here because actually I was supposed to be talking about shape, and then I talked about median. So that median thing should be on a different slide. So let's try again, just talking about shape. Obvious, the two distributions look similar. Evidence, I think the standard deviation is quite a good one to say that they're similarly spread. But we really just need to look at the shape, that the bulk of the data is kind of in the middle with it tapering off to the edge. What does it mean? There's a similar variation in the males' lengths as the females' lengths. So that would be shape. So that slide is done. The next slide, we're going to talk about central tendency. What is obvious? The male's mean and median are both greater than the female's mean and median. So that's obvious. Specify. the female's median is 116.86, whilst the male's, that was mean, whilst the male's mean is 120.41. Therefore, the male's mean is, you'd have to use a calculator, that minus that, is roughly 4 centimetres greater than the female's mean. Comparing the medians, the male's median is 123 compared to the female's median of 116 centimetres. The centimetres puts it into context. So what's 123 less 116? Can anyone give me the answer? 123 less 116? 7. So the male's median is 7 centimetres greater than the female's median shark length. So I've put it into context by saying shark length. So what does this mean? For these sharks, because when you're doing your analysis, you are analysing the sample data. For these sharks, males do tend to be longer than females because both the mean and the median is greater for the males. So then the next slide, you're talking about spread, right? So we've talked about shape, we've talked about central tendency, now we're talking about the variational spread of the data. So we've got two things to consider. We can look at the maximum less the minimum, which would give us the range, but the range is affected by outliers. This particularly long female here. So it's better to look at the interquartile range. So the obvious, the males, middle 50%, which is, there's 50% of the data here, 50%, 25% here, 25% here, 25% here, and 25% here. So this is the box is the middle 50%. So the middle 50% of the males is more spread out than the middle 50% of the females. That's obvious, right? Then you specify the male's interquartile range is 139 minus 104, so it's 135 centimetres, whereas the female's interquartile range is, the upper quartile is 132 minus 101, so that is 31 centimetres. So what was this? 35 centimetres, is that right? So the 35 centimetres versus the 31 centimetres, the interquartile range of the males is 4 centimetres greater than the interquartile range of the females. So what does that mean? That means there is more variation within these males' lengths than there are with the females. Does that make sense? So we've got a slide on shape, we've got a slide on central tendency, we've got a slide on the spread, particularly looking at that interquartile range. Remember, the standard deviation is a measurement of spread, so those are quite similar, but we notice, it's really interesting, the females' standard deviation is actually slightly greater than the males, and that's because outside of that middle 50%, they actually are that bit more spread out. And it's particularly affected by these couple of outliers. So that would give you 3 slides. So each slide, you're stating the obvious, you are then specifying, giving evidence and meaning. So when you're doing the meaning, you're talking about shark length, you're talking about centimetres, you're putting it into context, and you can relate it back to the question. So in this case, the question would be, do male sharks tend to be longer than female sharks in whatever the population is? So from these sharks, because my blue variability bar doesn't overlap, that's the cheats way of knowing, right? I can actually make the call that males tend to be longer than females. However, at year 9 level, because the median falls inside the box and this median falls inside the box, we actually don't have enough information to make the call. Okay, so in year 12, you get to use the blue variability bars, which actually help and makes it easier. This mean dot is to the left of the median, meaning the male's data is slightly skewed to the left, and that's because of these guys. The females, the mean is ever so slightly to the right of the median, and that would be because of these guys. Okay, So, but the distributions are roughly symmetrical. It's interesting, the shape of the males, that it kind of almost goes up and then tapers away, whereas the females is more bell-shaped. So all of that comes into it. So that's your analysis section. You watch that video on O.S.E.M. So what's obvious, specify evidence and meaning, you're putting it into context, and you do that for the spread, for the central tendency, and for the shape. You can also do a slide on the odd things. So here we have a particularly long female, all right? Maybe she's like, maybe you could treat her like an outlier and take that data point away and then relook at the stats. But that's just getting if you've got lots of time. Does it make sense?